you're lying to yourself. You're like, oh man, I was really hoping for an easy deployment. Really happy to be here. You know, it's a new experience for me. I've never spoken about anything like this publicly. But those who know me know that I speak a lot on certain things. This hearts and minds thing is not working. We are not well trained in hearts and minds. We're infantrymen, we're grunts. Hearts and minds goes out the window when you see the guy shooting at you and then he puts his wife and kids in front of him, knowing full well that we won't shoot back. You know, his heart and his mind. I knew I wanted to be special operations like right off the bat. I was the kid playing soldier in the woods. I find myself wondering where that leaves certain dudes, because I think all men have, at some point, have that like inkling to do something cool like that. Everybody falls down. Everybody has a setback. And I think the success is your reaction to it. How you react to the adversity is what defines you.
Were you like aware that you were thinking in this way, or was it kind of just like you felt you had no other option?
I had to go one step at a time. I think a soldier wants to justify their existence, their training, all the crap that they put up with. And people don't understand that a soldier wants the chance to prove themselves, especially a man. And it's a young man's game. You know, what does a young man want to do? You know, he wants to prove to his father, to the community. Your whole goal in life as a young man was to prove that you were worthy. Did everybody from the entire country come to this valley?
What was the overall mission you guys were assigned? Did you know what the hell the bigger picture thing was, or you're just like, hey, guard this ground?
It was guard the ground. It was actually moving our limit of advance further down the valley. We've got this area up in the valley it's a major transit hub from Pakistan. They traffic a lot of weapons and stuff through there. We didn't really know what to expect. Got a brief from whoever met us there, and they were like, yep, you guys are going up there, and they just pointed. And I remember somebody remarking about vehicles. They're like, no. They're like, oh, what about a helicopter? Like, no, it doesn't land. Can't land up there. Every now and again, you'd get a call on the radio saying ex-general or ex-commander wanted to come up and see Restrepo, and they'd land at the Korengal outpost at the base of the valley in the bowl, and they'd look up. They'd ask about the vehicles or the helicopters. Like, no, you have to walk. Like, all right, well, we'll see them next time then. We would watch them.
Yeah.
They'd look up at us, and they wouldn't come up. And it was really Lord of the Flies up there. We were just all by ourselves.
That's what happens. That's why we don't fight in shorts. But you know.
Well, I was going to take the day off today.
A patrol would go out. The dudes that weren't on patrol held guard. The dudes that weren't doing that dug. And then that would rotate. And as a young guy, I knew that the 6-2 grid line on a MGRS map was the limit. And it was Korengal, Aliabad. We all knew that line. And we knew exactly where it was. And we knew when we passed it, we were going to start hearing the firings. We were going to start hearing people shoot at us.
Were you shot at every day? Was it every other day?
111 firefights in September.
That's like 3 a day.
And we had 14 in one of those days.
Your company sustained essentially like 80% of all the combat that was happening in Afghanistan.
It was crazy.
Do you remember how many casualties your company took?
We took a lot of KAs, a lot of WIAs. It was like a 30% Purple Heart rate. It's what you imagine it. You can barely like look up over the rocks, and they're just peppering the rocks, just hitting the rocks like crazy.
When was it that you got shot?
March of 2008. I looked up at a house, and I can see this house clear as day, and I can see the window. I can see through the window, and I just see a flash. And that flash was the last thing I saw before I was completely out cold. People like to ask, what did you see? You know, birds or bells? Green spots and then black. I don't know how long I was out for, but the first thing to come back was my hearing. I could hear what I think was O'Byrne calling my death.
They thought you died.
Yeah, because I was completely just out. I mean, that changed my life forever. And I knew deep down that I had a greater purpose. I was like, okay, I'm supposed to do something. That was the first day of the rest of my life.